Ladies and gentlemen, this is your next Iran update from here. Tall the traveling clap now in the mobile studio, moving around Israel. We're covering different things. We're getting the lay of the land. Here's your Iran update under missile fire. 2 rockets last night, waking my ass up in the middle of the night, confused and disheveled, but still standing with the people of Iran. I'm your sweet Zionist prince. If you want to be a sweet Zionist prince or princess just like me, get the merch down below in the description of thetravelingclad.com. This feels just like the last Iran war, huh? We're back in the good old days. On the road with the DJI mic. Here's our first clip from friend of the show, Aaron Milan and Caroline Glick. Let's take a look.
Can you give me an update on the status of the Ayatollah's son, the newly named Ayatollah? Do you know where he is?
Maybe.
When you say he may not make much of an impact in that role, will he be taken out?
I don't know. You just got to watch this space and see. But like I said, we didn't come this far in order to replace one Ayatollah with another.
Powerful words from Caroline Glick, who I believe used to work at JNS here in Israel and now is an advisor to Trump or works closely with Trump. I don't know exactly what her role is with Trump, but this is a similar sentiment to Lindsey Graham. See that? Ghost of Khamenei tried to come into the fucking toilet right now. That was weird. By the way, Justin, MAGA crowd gives massive cheers to the U.S. military as they decimate the IRGC's capabilities. Let's take a look.
And by the way, do we have a great military? The best. Better than any military in the world by far. I didn't know that we're going to have to be showing it off so much, to be honest with you. I built it. In my first term, we built this military, and I didn't know that we'd have to use it quite as much as we're using it, but we're using it well, and there's no better military. There's nobody even close, so we're very proud of it. So we have in this company 2,600 employees, and they pour out their sweat and their soul into shipping the products America knows. And by the way,
I do love that Donald Trump is always sort of showing up and showing out for the U.S. military. That's a beautiful thing, because for a long time we've had administrations like Biden's and Obama's who kind of low-key shat on them and made it seem like they were these evil, like akin to what Tucker Carlson is saying these days about how if for some reason the U.S. wins this operation, they're going to rape and pillage Iran. That's the most fucked up shit you could ever say about your own military. But President Trump continues on this rally. Let's take a look at this clip.
We don't want to leave early, do we? We got to finish the job, right? Over the past 11 days, our military has virtually destroyed Iran. Tough country. We don't want to leave early, do we?
I do have to say, our president looking very ripe and orange these days. And I don't say that as a dig to the president, looking nice and tan. Look like he'd been hitting the tanning booth. But we love him, and we love what he's saying. We absolutely agree with this idea of we don't want to leave early. We don't want to finish. For a long time, Israel and America have had a bad trajectory of just leaving the door open and not finishing the job they need to finish. This needs to be done now, not tomorrow. Now it needs to be done. Now we've got the next leader of the free world, Benjamin Netanyahu. Says PM Netanyahu vows an all-out campaign against Iran's regime. Let's take a look at what the Prime Minister has said.
וביחס למה שנעשה בהמשך באיראן, יש לנו תוכנית סדורה עם הרבה הפתעות. לערער את המשטר, לאפשר שינוי. יש לנו עוד הרבה מטרות, ולא אפרט אותן כאן. אבל לפעילי משמרות המהפכה, אלה שרודים בעם האיראני ברחובות, אומר לכם רק זאת. גם אתם על הכוונת. מי שיניח את נשקו, לא יאונה לו כל רע. מי שלא יעשה זאת, דמו בראשו. ולעם האיראני אני אומר, אני מדבר איתכם ועבורכם כבר עשרות שנים. רגע האמת מתקרב, כי איננו מבקשים לחלק את איראן. אנחנו מבקשים לשחרר את איראן, לשחרר אותה מעול העריצות ולחיות עימה בשלום. וביחס למה שנעשה בהמשך באיראן, יש לנו תוכנית סדורה עם הרבה...
Sorry, I'm getting alerts here of drone infiltrations into northern Israel right now. Prepping for my turn. I'm getting ready for when the sirens are going to go off here. But this is, again, he's parroting a very similar message to what Donald Trump is saying, which is that we're speaking directly to you and that it's time. It's going to be time to rise up very, very soon. Also, the fact that he stands ironclad with the people of Iran and that this is not a war onto the people of Iran, but it's a war onto their oppressors. This is a very similar message to what Trump is saying. Now we have Trump on this rally on Operation Epic Fury.
Is that a great name? Well, it's only good if you win. You know, you can only do. And we've won. Let me tell you, we've won. You know, you never like to say too early you won. We won. We won the bet. In the first hour, it was over. But we won. But they gave me a list of names at general. Sir, you can pick the name you'd like, sir. I said, the name of what? The name of the attack on Iran, sir. And they gave me like 20 names. And I'm like falling asleep. I didn't like any of them. Then I see Epic Fury. I said, I like that name. I like that name. Is that a great name?
I like that name. I like that name. You can't count on him to have class, but he's funny. But you can't count on him to have class. He's not that kind of president. He's never gonna be. But he is funny as hell. Here's Trump on J.D. Vance.
Points of disagreement between yourself and your vice president when it comes to U.S. action in Iran?
I don't think so, no. No, we get along very well on this. He was, I would say, philosophically a little bit different than me. I think he was maybe less enthusiastic about going, but he was quite enthusiastic. But I felt it was something we had to do. I didn't feel we had a choice. If we didn't do it, they would have done it to us. I felt, based on the negotiations that were being had by Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner and Marco and Pete and everybody was involved, I felt that they were looking to tap us along before they hit, and I thought they were going to hit. And if they hit us first, that would have been a very bad thing.
Well, that's fucking breaking news right there. This I've never heard before. I haven't heard this analysis from anyone. No one's covered that. And I guess this is brand new. I mean, this is from yesterday at 6:07 p.m. U.S. time or Israel time, I'm not sure. But that's brand new information. If Trump truly believed that the Islamic regime of Iran was about to strike, he made 100% the right judgment here. Sorry, I'm just moving my light, folks. By striking first. If that is actually what Donald Trump believed, that's 1,000% the right judgment. If he believed that all the negotiations with all the apparatus in the U.S. administration was heading to a place of them attacking the United States of America and American bases, anyone saying that the U.S. got into this war because of Israel is not only capping, but disingenuous piece of shit. Because if your soldiers are at risk in bases and you want to say we shouldn't have bases in the Middle East, well, guess what, motherfucker? You do. You want to have a $1 tank of gas in Texas? Guess what? Part of that comes from the Middle East. You can't have that. You can't have that. You want to pay $4 a tank of gas? Okay, no problem. So get rid of all your bases in the Middle East. You offer protection to these countries. You have allyships with them. You don't live in a fucking bubble, you retard. You have allyships with different countries. Part of that is with countries in the Middle East and the Gulf. So if they were going to attack, if Iran, the Islamic regime of Iran was about to attack U.S. bases in the region, and Donald Trump had knowledge of that, or even the forbearing thought of that, doesn't matter what his advisors say. He's the commander-in-chief. There's nothing illegal about this operation. If that's what he felt, that was the 100% the correct move. 1,000% the correct move, and look how much he's decapitated them already. Islamic Regime TV is now straight up vowing to murder all anti-regime Iranians. Yeah, we have seen this already a couple times.
غبار فتنه که خوابید به قول محسن چاووشی یقتون خواهیم گرفت دونه دونتون رو الان داره این اتفاق میفته مصادره اموال که چیزی نیست ننتون رو به عزاتون مینشونه اونایی که الان خیال خام دارید و فکر میکنید شلوغ شده و باید یک کاری کرد اینم برای شماها چه در داخل چه در خارج ببرید بفرستید بره برای هر کی که دوست داره اینا رو بشنوه وایسادیم غبار فتنه که خوابید به قول محسن چاووشی
That's what a scared rat up against the wall. That's how a scared rat talks. not somebody in power. Inside and out of the country, yeah, right, bitch. You ain't getting shit. You ain't getting no one. You are at the end of the fucking road. You're going to get fucked hard. Hard. And this is from Ben Shapiro. And Iran's new leader is allegedly unconscious as he gets pulled out in cardboard. Let's say
Mojtaba Khamenei, the new supreme leader of Iran, reportedly is down to one leg. Apparently, the Israelis blew off the other one in that same strike that took out Mojtaba's dad. Well, at least Mojtaba still has a working dick. Well, sorry, strike that. His dick wasn't working even before he ended up in a reported coma. Oh yeah, did I forget to mention that? Allegedly, Mojtaba isn't even conscious, which is why at a ceremony for Mojtaba, where the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps showed up so they could pledge allegiance to him, they used a cardboard cutout of him. I am not joking. Check it out. They're pledging allegiance, not to him, but to a picture of him, like a poster board they printed at Iranian Kinko's. By the way, this is also how I run our office. I put up a cardboard cutout, and then my staffers talk to it, and we call it a successful meeting. But that's how Iran is currently doing its government, like right this very instant. According to the New York Post, Mojtaba's dad explicitly left a will saying, do not appoint this derelict impotent to replace me. Here is the Post, quote, assassinated Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei was so opposed to his son taking power that he noted it in his will, experts told the Post. Quote, in Khamenei's will, he explicitly asked Mojtaba not to be named as a successor. Well, then they appointed Mojtaba anyway. Well, I guess at least his mother loved him. Maybe.
So the new supreme leader who was elected the other day, Mojtaba Khamenei, there are reports that he is severely injured. I mean, so much so that he wasn't able to attend his own inauguration the other day. What do you know potentially about that?
Yeah, I just know what's been reported, but I also know who he is, right? He's in his mid-50s, somebody we studied when I was at the CIA a lot. We were thinking about who might be the next successor, even if it had been Khamenei had died from natural causes. So we know this guy. He is a hardliner. He has stolen lots of money. He has killed lots of people. He is deeply tied to the worst of the worst inside the Iranian regime. It doesn't surprise me at all that they selected him, but I think there is something up, right? We haven't seen him. What do new leaders always do, right? They go out and tell the people, I'm with you, this is tough times, but I'm your leader. And we've not seen hide nor hair of him. That suggests that something is up, that something's not normal, something's not right, and that he either has such fear of appearing, or he is badly injured, or perhaps, who knows, may not even still be around. It's just simply hard to know, given the fact that he has not come out since his anointment, his selection, and actually declared that he is the leader of the country.
You would think that even if he was in a hospital bed, that they would prop him up and at least get a picture out there, some sort of video. Instead, they had that cardboard cutout with his face on it the other day.
This poor little Mojtaba. His father hated him. I actually think strategically, maybe we should just keep Khamenei's son in power as a puppet to destroy the Islamic regime from within. Because if Khamenei really didn't want him as leader, we're kind of doing something right here. Breaking. President Trump says for Iran, it's war, but for America, it's easier than we thought. See, this is the right, whether this is true or not, this is the right move. This is how you fight in the Middle East. He understands. You guys don't understand. For all of you guys who are like, he's not being real, he's lying. He says, you don't understand. This is how you have to do it in the Middle East. You have to pretend. You have to scare the shit out of your enemy.
Excursion, and you said it is a war. So which one is it?
Well, it's both. It's both. It's an excursion that will keep us out of a war, and the war is going to be, for them it's a war. For us, it's turned out to be easier than we thought. But think of it, they had thousands of missiles, 8,000 missiles. We got many of them before they got to launch. They have drones all over the place. We got many. Now we're knocking out the drone plants, as you know, going fast. They started talking about mines, so we hit 28 mine ships as of this moment, 28. Using the same weapon, the exact same weapon that we use against the drug dealers in the water. We have, as an example, we had tremendous drugs pouring in through the waters, through the sea, and now we have almost none. It's down 97% through water. Now we'll do it through land. The land is easier than water. But this is a great honor being here. It's a great.
I love it. I love that. I love that sentiment. They're going to get hard. They're going to get hit hard. They're not going to get hard. They're definitely not going to get hard. Mojtaba's not getting hard, that's for sure. I like the sentiment, though. Also, Yeshiva World News. This is the fucking craziest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. That's insane. That alone is crazier than the actual news. Breaking, ABC News reports the FBI has warned law enforcement in California. I kept hearing reports about this last night, that Iran allegedly aspired to carry out a surprise drone attack on targets along the west coast, potentially launching UAVs from unidentified vessels off the U.S. coastline. The alert reviewed by ABC News said the potential plot was tied to retaliation scenarios in the event of U.S. strikes on Iran. Though officials noted there was no additional information on timing, methods, targets, or perpetrators. Okay, I mean, I don't know. This is a post with 200 likes from Yeshiva News. I'm not sure how credible it is. I did, to be fair, hear about this being talked quite a few times last night. I didn't get any concrete evidence or news about this. This is a conversation between an Israeli pilot and an American pilot before the strikes in Iran.
Mobile 97.
Go for 97.
It is a great honor for us to fight with you. You're doing a great job.
Thank you very much. Likewise, gentlemen. Please be safe out there. Strike hard. See ya.
Mobile.
Bro, honestly, that shit that makes me tear up. That's the fucking best thing in the world. Cooperation between Israel and the United States, and especially the soldiers and the military, I think the two most powerful militaries and experienced militaries on planet Earth at the moment. I mean, who has better values, better morals than the U.S. military and the Israeli military? To hear two soldiers like that in the sky fighting alongside each other, saying that it's an honor to fight alongside each other, is the most beautiful fucking thing on planet Earth. It really is. It brings tears in my eye. It makes me very emotional to hear that. It's everything you ever want from an ally. Breaking, Iran strikes a Thai ship. What the fuck did the Thai people do to you? Attempting to pass through the Strait of Hormuz. Thai authorities said the bulk carrier Mari Nari, sailing under the Thailand flag, was struck by projectiles while traveling 18 kilometers north of Oman. What the fuck did the Thai do to you? The Thai are so lovely. What did the Thai people do to you? The poor Thai people have just been catching strays in the Middle East the last 2 years. I mean, there were a bunch of Thai people who were also taken hostage on October 7th, partly because of the Islamic regime of Iran. I honestly would love to see Thailand declare war on the Islamic regime of Iran. That would be amazing. What did the Thai people do to you? Oh my God, here's the main fucking demonic crouton herself. Jesus Christ. Every time I see her, she scares me. ICYMI. Yesterday on the show, Candace Owens said Trump is now a never Trumper.
Trump has betrayed every last single one of us, okay? Make no mistake about that. Trump is now a never Trumper. The very people that we had to fight to get Trump into office, he is now partnered with and insulting us. And he thinks that we're too stupid to notice or something. That he promised low gas prices, that he promised no more forever wars, no more involvement in Middle East conflict. And we're now getting the exact opposite. And that's happening because he's a coward. He is a coward for doing this to the American people. And that's going to be his legacy. His legacy is going to be a person who could not stand up to Bibi Netanyahu. A person who just loves money and loves the idea.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I knew that shit was coming and it still scared me. I knew it was coming and it still scared the shit out of me. Oh my God. I'm so sorry to anybody who had to experience that who wasn't ready. I had a feeling that's what we were building up to when she started exercising right there. Fucking hell. Oh my God, that was horrible. I didn't think I was going to get jump scared by my own team at work. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Fucking hell, man. Thank you for jump scaring me and my fucking audience at work. God damn. It scares me more than the fucking ballistic missiles. Could you believe that? Candace Owens scares me more than ballistic missiles from Iran. That says something. The Islamist regime in Tehran first turned against its own people. Now the regime has bombed its neighbors and ruined their relations, which is true. And we're seeing a coalition. You guys remember how our leaders in Israel have, and they didn't even show Israel here, have always said, and by the way, Lebanon's not included in this, but Lebanon is totally getting hit by the Islamic regime of Iran right now because Hezbollah is firing strikes there and they're also being hurt. Look at that. What animal does that look like? An octopus. We have been saying for the longest time that is the head of the octopus, and it is finally showing its true form now. You've only experienced it through proxies, but now you're seeing direct strikes. That's why this regime needs to go down. We knew it, we said it, nobody listened. Now it's showing its true colors. Are you still going to deny that this is an octopus run by Islamists, supported by Islamists only? Are you going to still deny it? Are you ready to take it on? Are you ready to fight it? We need to coalesce together as nations in the Middle East to say no more to this Islamism bullshit. We're over it. We don't want it anymore. Let's bring it down. That's what we should do. That's the right answer. Breaking, the Iranian women's soccer team is being held in Malaysia. Numerous players have reached out to Malaysian police saying they don't want to return to Iran. I'm not sure what happened there. My thing just paused, but let's take a look at this. This is a horrible clip.
فیلم بگی من مشکل ندارم با این قضیه.
So you can see the players of the Iranian soccer team, women's soccer team, they don't want to be there. They don't want to go back to Iran. They're looking for a way out. Guys, is there any way that we could organize overseas? I know it'd be impossible as Israelis, but maybe as Americans, can we raise them money? If anybody knows, please send me an email. If anybody has connection to the situation, I would love to raise these women money. Let's get them asylum somewhere in the Western world so they don't have to go back home right now because they might be killed. We really cannot allow that to happen under our watch. It looks like their handlers are just corralling them into the... Yeah, this looks like they have like their carers, you know, they're people who are forcing them back to the Islamic regime. They don't want to go home because they know they're going to get fucking executed when they get home. Can we save these women? Is it possible? Does anybody have any connection to the situation? I would be more than happy. More than happy. It would be my honor to raise money on this channel. I will put down money myself. I know that many of you guys will rally behind it as well. Can we get these women asylum? Can we get them a flight out to somewhere in Europe, somewhere in the Western world so they can be safe? Is that possible? If anybody knows, please contact me today. When this video goes out, please contact me. We'll get this done so they don't have to go back to Iran. I could get them asylum in the Philippines. I have connections in the Philippines. We can make it happen. You guys let me know. And if it costs getting a flight from Malaysia to the Philippines to Singapore, I have some connections in Singapore. We can make it happen. But let's get these women safe. They should not be they should not be going back to Iran. Here's the retard himself, Mehdi Hassan, who should have been deported from the United States of America a very long time ago, on Piers Morgan, another retard. Let's take a look.
Are you pleased that the now dead Ayatollah Khomeini, the older Khomeini, is no longer ruling Iran?
It's a good question. I don't take pleasure in killing anyone. I don't think you should have illegally killed the foreign leader of a nation, who's also, by the way, a spiritual leader to millions of Shia Muslims around the world. He wasn't my spiritual leader, but he's a spiritual leader to many people I know. And that's a reality. I know people watching at home, non-Muslims, may kind of scratch their heads and say, but, you know, he's a tyrant in a foreign country. But that is the reality. He wasn't just a political ruler. He was a spiritual ruler. And to kill him, to assassinate him on day one of the war, will have insane consequences, Piers. I hope I'm not back on this show in a year, 2 years, 3 years, saying to you, Piers, do you remember when I told you that killing Khomeini will have a backlash? There will be terrorism, there will be revenge attacks. I hope that doesn't happen. But it could happen. It might likely happen. US intelligence is suggesting it might happen. The blowback from killing a foreign head of state, from killing an Ayatollah, a religious leader, in this way, in this blasé way. By the way, Piers, they also killed the people he wanted to succeed, Khamenei. They're so incompetent. Trump now admits that in the next door building, they accidentally also killed the people they wanted to be their Delcy Rodriguez in Iran. So no, I'm never going to support assassinating foreign leaders, killing foreign leaders. So, you know, Colonel Gaddafi was raped and murdered on the side of a street in Libya. Is Libya better off without him? Well, A, not sure about that. B, obviously I don't shed any tears for Gaddafi, but that is not what you do. I'm never going to support the killing of anybody outside of a trial, outside of due process. And, you know, it's for the Iranian people to decide their future. If the Iranian people want to get rid of Khamenei, it was up to the Iranian people, not up to Benjamin Netanyahu and Donald Trump. And by the way, what a great regime change war this is. They replaced Ayatollah Khamenei with Ayatollah Khamenei. That's real high-level success in your regime change war. His son, apparently, is more hardline, we're told, than his father. And why wouldn't he be? They just killed his mum, his dad, I think his wife as well, his sister. It's not a guy who's going to do a deal anytime soon or roll over for Donald Trump. So strategically, it's a disaster. And legally and morally, no, you can't just kill people you don't like. Am I going to support, I don't like Benjamin Netanyahu, Piers. Maybe you've noticed so for the last 2 years, but I don't support anyone assassinating him.
My actual question, though, mate, it was brilliantly deflected. My actual question was, are you pleased that he's no longer ruling Iran?
Well, I don't support the Vilayat-e-Faqih, what it's called, the Islamic system of rule in Iran. So I don't support any ayatollahs being in charge of Iran. In Iraq, for example, you have an ayatollah named Sistani, who the Americans have worked with for a long time. He's the spiritual leader of a lot of Iraq Shias and a lot of Shias around the world. He's never taken executive authority. He's never said, I'm going to be in charge of Iraq. He sits in his house and he gives his religious rulings. I prefer that system of government. So in a sense, are you asking me, do I hope that, do I want ayatollahs to rule Iran? No, I don't. I'm on the record supporting a democratic system, but I don't support killing people. No, I don't.
No, I know. I wasn't asking if you supported killing him. I just was asking if you're pleased he's no longer ruling the country.
It's a loaded question because his son is leading the country. So am I pleased with that? No.
It's not a loaded question, Piers. It's not. You're a fucking idiot, Piers Morgan. You're so stupid. Piers Morgan's retardedness never ceases to blow my mind. Of course he's not happy. He loves Ayatollah. Of course. What are these questions? It's like the other day where everyone's getting pissed off at Zohran Mamdani's wife for liking posts of October 7th. Is water wet? Does Mehdi Hassan support Islamic terrorism? Yes. Is he a fan of Hamas? Yes. Even if he says he's not, he is with his actions. Is he a fan of Hamas? Yes. Is he sad that the Ayatollah is dead? Yes. Does he hate America from within? Yes. Piers, you don't have to be a fucking babbling idiot every fucking time. This shit never ceases to blow my mind. Breaking, former Israeli Prime Minister not Benjamin Netanyahu, Naftali Bennett embarrasses British Channel 4 journalist on his own show. Let's take a look.
You are in a cycle of perpetual war if you don't make bigger steps to bring peace to the region.
How can we bring peace with Iran? They want to kill us.
Well, you just heard our Iranian guest there talking about the fact that at the fundamental level, this is still about Gaza and the West Bank and a Palestinian state, which is something you are sworn against. Without that, you cannot have peace in this region, can you?
Come on. Iran has nothing to do with the Palestinian issue. 47 years ago, the radical Ayatollahs, mullahs, took over the beautiful country of Iran, brought in a theocratic idea, and the idea is to destroy Israel and fight America. It has absolutely nothing to do with the Palestinians. They want to destroy the Jewish state, regardless of the Palestinians.
Well, that's not what they say, and that's not what their analysts say right now, and it's not why
exactly
it's the reason they were helping Hamas, isn't it?
Well, I have to correct you. Ayatollah Khamenei, the deceased one that was killed a few days ago, he many times said that his goal in life is to annihilate the Jewish state. Had nothing to do with the Palestinians.
Well, they always argue that the two are linked, but we'll have to disagree on that one. But Naftali Bennett, thank you very much indeed for joining us tonight.
By the way, it's simply inaccurate what you're saying. It's wrong. They never linked the two. It was not about the Palestinian issue. It was about creating an Islamic empire and killing the Israelis. Has nothing to do there. Go check your facts. You'll see that I'm right.
I'm merely quoting them, but thank you very much indeed for your time, Naftali Bennett.
He's not merely quoting them. He's rock hard. I know this journalist. We've seen him before. He's rock hard at the idea of the Iranians winning the war, which they're not. Every Pakistani or South Asian Muslim like him is fucking rock hard about it. Like, you go look at Suleiman Ahmed, that Pakistani journalist on Twitter. He's like, Iran is winning the war. It's like, no, they're not. Explain to me, if Iran is so hell-bent, and this is all about the Palestinians, why the fuck did they save my grandma in 51? Why the hell did the Iranians, during the Shah, why did they save my grandma from Baghdad and fly her to Israel? Explain that to me. Why did my grandma sit in Iran for a period of time, nourished by the Iranian people and the Shah, and then was flown privately with a bunch of other Iraqi Jews to Israel as they were fleeing Islamic persecution? If they were so anti-Zionism, they wouldn't have made a bunch of Zionists. I wouldn't be here without the people of Iran. I wouldn't be here without the Shah. I wouldn't exist. Explain that to me. Go explain that to me. I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you long time. Goodbye, class.